You want to practice a bit today. I'm not expecting to do extremely well. I'm gonna practice standard routes. Nothing, no new routes today. See anything if I can, like, just get better, especially in terms of movement and such. Um, just like, yeah, that's gonna be our big goal for today. Just gonna real quick free up some bandwidth for the stream because the bitrate is a bit low. It's bad. Um, YouTube says the stream is healthy despite the bitrate being like kind of garbage and my bandwidth being in very heavy usage because I'm doing other stuff at the same time. Or I guess my computer's doing other stuff at the same time. Um, try to restrict bandwidth usage. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Something else actually. The stream's like surprisingly low quality. Like, despite the fact that I'm streaming at 1080p of pretty decent bitrate, like a lot of the text is difficult to read, and that's probably due to the scaling. Might have to tweak that, but whatever. I'm now just like waiting a bit, like yeah, give some padding to the stream is a thing you need to do. Oh god, the game isn't set. Why are you not set? It's just the same game every time. Anyway, okay, let's begin. Let's start a run. I haven't warmed up or anything, so like this is gonna force me to warm up. Nope, doing crouch in time. And like grab the radio correctly that time. But I did do the movement correctly. I don't think that's it. It's funny though. This is a pretty like janky skip, but I'm hoping to like get a bit more consistent at it. Oh come on, really? Come on. Why did Valve have to put those props there? I blame Game Newell personally for this. That should be good enough. Now we're just waiting. This is some exhilarating gameplay. I should fail. No, okay. And that's gonna like be a run that I'm gonna throw immediately.
Hello,
Just because I'm not warmed up.
welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been
Yeah, that's
processed,
fine.
and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all Enrichment Center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from por favor, por donde stand back. The portal will open in 3,
Well,
2,
how
1. Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber
I have to
locked
say, I
and
really
complete the
like
test.
how
First, however, note the
sort of
incandescent
structure of
particle
Aperture,
field
I
across
guess you
the
could call
exit.
it,
This
was
Aperture
retconned
Science
in
material
Portal 2.
emancipation grill will
Like, it
vaporize any unauthorized
feels less grounded and less like a real
Your test
science
went
facility. It
well.
doesn't really have the
Please be
same like
advised that a
style.
whimsical taste of blood is not
But I
part
do
of
like
any
how it
test
leans more into
protocol.
that
Even
sci-fi,
unintended
absurd,
side effects of
extreme
the Aperture Science material
tone that
emancipation grill
Portal 2 like
may, in
leans a lot
setback
into.
cases, emancipate dental
Very
caries,
different tone
crowns,
from Portal 1,
enamel, and teeth.
which is a lot more grounded. But like still being a lot of sci-fi bullshit, obviously, but like
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These interdimensional
the
gates have proven to be
the tone
completely safe.
change
The device,
is
however,
very
is not.
noteworthy between
Do
the
not
games, I
touch
think.
the operational end of the device.
Makes for
Do not look
very
directly at the operational end of the device. Do not.
like
Excellent.
distinct
Remember, the Aperture
sequel.
Science
I
Premier
feel like a lot of
software
games struggle with
takes
that,
a
like
bit of
having a
time to have
sequel
completed.
that's distinct. I really don't like the sort of like sequels are just to have more of a game. Well, like there's a lot of games that I could say like I wanna have more of.
Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
I don't really wanna like why would I get a sequel to a game if you're not really doing anything to set it apart, if it's there to replace the old one, you know? If it's there to just be this thing but newer. Like, I don't know, ABH there.
As part of a required
But
test protocol,
music
a
up is something
previous
strange, so
statement
whatever.
suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As
And for
part
some
of
games,
a
like,
required test
yeah, it can
protocol,
be
we will stop
like
enhancing the truth in 3,
justified, I
2,
guess, like, oh, technical improvements or like, oh, this is a new game, but you can play the older ones as like extra content. Like, that stuff is relatively fine, I mean,
While safety is one of many enrichment center goals, the Aperture Science High
come on.
While safety is one of many enrichment center goals, the
No.
Aperture Science high energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and
Why did
will
I get so bad at
cause
this?
disabilities such as vaporization. Please be careful.
But yeah, I prefer when like a sequel doesn't invalidate a prequel, I guess, like the original game. I feel like the Portal series in particular does that really well.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights
Like,
have been found to agitate the
Portal
high
2 doesn't really
energy pellet
invalidate the
and have
existence of Portal
therefore been
1.
disabled for your safety.
Well, yeah, it's like objectively a better game, like there's more content and it's prettier and such. Like, you can still play Portal 1 and get a ton of enjoyment out of it.
Please note that we have added a consequence for
And
failure.
even if you
Any
have Portal
contact
2, you
with this
can
chamber
still play
floor
Portal
will
1.
result in an unsatisfactory mark on your.
Like, obviously with
Very
the Perpetual
impressive.
Testing
Please
Initiative,
note that
Portal
any
2
appearance of danger is merely a
presents itself
device
as
to
something that you
enhance
can
your
play
testing
for much
experience.
longer. Like, yeah, I can finish Portal 2, but then you can like do a bunch of community maps and mods and such, and like that's cool.
The Enrichment Center
Like overall,
wishes to
Portal
inform
2
you
is
that
a
this next test is
like you could
impossible.
get a
The
very
center can't
complete
be
Portal
salted.
experience with just Portal 2. You get like a full campaign, lots of custom maps, lots of mods. But it still doesn't invalidate Portal 1 as like a fun game. Like even for more casual players who aren't doing this shit with their lives.
Hello again. To reiterate, spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
Oh, come on. That was bad. Bad timing on my part. Yeah. I guess this is probably largely like also conditioned by the fact that I'm primarily like someone who plays games on PC or who emulates console games. Like even
The
for
device
consoles
has
I
been
own
modified so that it
and
can
have access
combine
to, I
two linked portals
often
at
find
once.
myself preferring to
As
play on
part
an
of an
emulator.
optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in Subject Hometown here.
No.
Linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased
Like
to
via
present an
Steam or
amusing
like
fact. The device is now more valuable than the
Source
organs
ports, I
and
suppose, for like
combined
older games like
incomes
say
of
Doom.
everyone in Subject Hometown here.
Like even just re-releases, like I was recently replaying the original Deus Ex and you can just get it on GOG. Like just the game. The actual game as it was. Oh well. That's pretty bad. Like you can just get these older games on PC while on consoles, like you don't need to give Nintendo big wad of cash for a subscription service. Or like you gotta buy re-releases and like remakes when the developers can even be bothered to put those on. Don't really get to choose to play older games. And for them, like, just as the status quo and game developers don't really have a reason to help make older games accessible, selling sequels is always going to be a good solution for developers, and obviously like
Now that you
them
are in
is that
control of
this
both
console,
portals, this test to
someone
predict a
primarily
very,
plays on
very
consoles,
long
we
time.
care a lot more about,
If you become lightheaded from
you
thirst,
know,
feel free to pass out.
what's
An
released and what
integration
isn't,
associate will be
what
dispatched to
gets
revive you with hectic
support
salve and
from
adrenaline.
the publisher and what doesn't.
As part of a previously mentioned
While on
recorded
PC,
test
like,
protocol, we can no
if
longer
it's not on
help you.
Steam
When the testing is over,
or like
you will
some other store, you can almost definitely still get a way to play a game. Well, yeah, older
All
PC
sessions
games do have a
intending to
problem
handle
when it
any
comes to like
demo leakage of portal
playability.
technology must be
Like,
informed that they may be informed
uh,
of applicable regulatory
older games tend
compliance
to
issues.
really struggle with
No
compatibility
further
on
compliance
modern
information is
computers,
required or will be provided.
and not every game is Doom. Not
The
every game
Enrichment
has
Center
a
is committed to
community
the well-being of all
dedicated
participants,
to
and group counseling will be available
store
at the
sports,
conclusion
among
of
other
the test.
things.
Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Make a game effectively modernized for the new era. Well, I mean, like, store sports aren't like just the work of the community. Um, like, well, yeah, they are very much thanks to the work of the community. Like, not any game with a big community could have source ports the same way Doom does. Uh, Part of it comes from the fact that, you know, the engine was so open source, which gave, like, the community a very strong base to start off of, and pro sports were even like encouraged to some extent, and that made Doom like a very, very long-lasting game that you can play very high-quality versions of. To this day, like for free if you buy the WADs. Like I mean the you have the original WADs. You can still play the game on your modern computer, even with modern enhancements. Like that's so cool. And you don't have to pay a premium because Nintendo doesn't want to make their older games accessible to you. You can just do it. And like Source ports for Doom are a really cool example, I think, because these are basically game engines. Like the original Doom was basically a game engine that came pre-shipped with some levels. Like the actual Doom executable is basically just the engine. The actual WAD contains the game. I think that's like really cool. It allowed like the community and like even just other companies to really expand on Doom. Like look where we are now. Like I'm playing a game based on like, a variant of a variant of a variant of the Doom engine to some extent. Well, not really. Like, I doubt Quake has that much code inherited from Doom, but it certainly has some. And Gold Source has some code inherited for that. And, you know, Source has something inherited for that. You know, like, look, I'm playing a game that couldn't be here if it weren't for, like, the very, I guess, forward-thinking, I guess, like, supportive way that id Software treated their intellectual property. This is an absolute banger game that couldn't have been here if not for that, and Valve are doing this, like, themselves as well. Like, as I was saying, there's tons upon tons upon tons of Doom, not Doom, tons upon tons of Portal 2 mods that are constantly being released, and it's super duper cool. It gives a longevity to the game that very few other games really have.
Well done. Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated electrical
Like, compared to other games with similar levels of community support, like, is either really fighting the game or isn't really enough to keep the game relevant for many people. I mean, I guess it's not like Portal is particularly like heavily played game nowadays, but still pretty active community.
Enrichment Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any cake.
And to some extent, this also could have happened if not for Valve and if not for all of the other developers along this long chain of progress decided that they too wanted to have a community like this, enjoy their games. And I really respect that. I think it's really cool. No. Why is this game like this? Like this is, I, according to me, a very unbiased source on this subject, one of the best games of all time. And like, it depended on this long chain of open developers, not just on open developers. Like, you're probably already aware of the history of the game, how it's based on a sort of prototype that college students made. And I think that's super cool. That these, like, it was thanks to these college students of their cool idea, thanks to like the people at Valve who were like, holy shit, that's a cool idea, that, you know, one of the best games ever made could have been made. It's not something that like a lot of games can tell of themselves. No, that was unlucky. I'm trying to like execute these faster. No, come on. No, come on. Why am I like suddenly bad at those?
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind, it's a mystery. You're kidding me. Did you just set that Aperture Science thing, we don't know what it does, into an
3
Aperture
misses,
Science
no way.
Emergency Intelligence Incinerator? You think you just neurotox?
That wasn't great. But it was a run. And I mean, it did like, we did see which parts I'm still struggling with. And that pretty low velocity, I don't think that enough. Typically I get like 90 or 100 velocity, that was 60. Not too confident. Yeah, okay. I don't have that much. Need more velocity. Like that. That should be enough. Still trying to get like a feel for it, you know? No, that wasn't enough. Maybe I should have gone a bit faster. Usually when I'm still like stuck, it means I need to go faster. Fifty velocity, I don't like that. 20. I'm getting better at this. I'm almost consistent. What's your velocity? Not a lot. The Q key might wear out from this. Well, I don't think I tap it more than any other key on my keyboard. Like, if anything, some of my movement keys would wear out first. But I do use Q quite a bit in this particular scenario. No, what? Like maybe even faster, or maybe like faster isn't the solution. Genuinely unsure. Barely have good velocity there. Maybe it means I need to do it for a long time. Like the way I understand this glitch, every time we load, that velocity is slightly applied towards us because the like radio is pushing us. I'm not pressing any keys, the game isn't trying to correct it. The idea would be that by doing this enough times, like, doesn't have time to count my collision. No, not enough. Raid, you have to do it a lot then. Like a lot, a lot. I hope it doesn't flush to disk every time I quick save. That'd be pretty bad. Well, I mean, Linux should, like, avoid doing writes to disk. Because it's an SSD. It should be, like, buffering the rates. Because this is the same file getting written over and over and over again. Should realize that, oh yeah, we're overwriting the one that's already in RAM. No. But again, I am running a copy on write file system. It wiggled, but I didn't get any velocity there. Absolutely nothing. Sometimes the question if Vault Skip is even worth it. No, I'm kidding. This is a funny skip. I'm so glad it's the only one like this so far. No, why? 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 Maybe speed isn't the answer.
Hello, and
It's a very
again,
normal physics
welcome.
interaction. But if speed isn't the answer, what is? It's like look back. It's like have an overlay on the video that shows every time I save load so I can look back on my exact timing every time it succeeds. I know exactly what to do better. This is some riveting gameplay. Nah, it's not gonna work out. Do you think this is what Gabe Newell intended when he decided to start working on this game? I have no idea why this one worked.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention
Suddenly I
in the
started sucking at
relaxation vault has been
movement.
a pleasant one. Your specimen has
Headlines
been
are like, it's
processed, and
movement
we
is
are
my
now
biggest
ready to
bottleneck right
begin the
now.
test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun, and learning are the primary goals of all Enrichment Center activities.
Like,
Serious injuries
my
may occur.
biggest
For your
losses are
own
just
safety and the
missing
safety
tricks
of
and having
others,
to try them
please
again.
refrain from stand back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, you're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
There's a crotch
Very
there.
good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submit. Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
That should not have worked. That was rather sloppy. I'm surprised that it allowed me to do that. I don't understand why it doesn't work sometimes.
As part of a required
I guess
test
I'm not like
protocol,
positioning the
a
portal
previous statement
correctly.
suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test
I don't know.
protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2, While safety is one of many Enrichment Center goals, the Aperture Science High Energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has caused permanent disabilities such as vaporization. Please be careful. Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However,
Oh, no. Damn.
warning
I was hoping
devices are required on all mobile equipment.
that one should be
However,
good. Yeah. No, what? How did that one not go?
warning
Right.
devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing
Okay.
hazard lights have
That
been
could have
found
been
to
worse, but that
represent
could
a
have been
high
better as
energy
well.
pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety. Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record, followed by death. Good luck.
Just fine. Nice.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience. The Enrichment Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
God, fine.
The Enrichment Center apologizes. Hello again. To reiterate, previous one. Momentum. Spectacular. You appear to understand.
Didn't do that one on the first try.
Forward momentum, or
That's
to be more
fine.
precise, how
Can't
it
win
is
them
done.
all. This time I did the AFH correctly.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in subject's hometown here.
Okay. Slightly sloppy movement, but technically did this on the first try. It's always like I either do the hard parts on the first try or the easy parts on the first try. I do struggle with just doing well.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass
Trying
out.
to get faster at that one,
Incubation
because it's
associate
really
will be
easy.
dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
There's
As
quite a bit of
part
time to
the
save just in
previously
doing
mentioned required test
stuff
protocol,
faster.
we can no longer
And like a lot of this stuff can be done a lot faster than how I'm doing it. That could have been a lot faster.
all subjects intending to
I always
handle
like forget
high
that I need to do the
energy
setup
gamma leaking
from
portal
before the
technology
chamber even
must be
starts.
informed that they may be informed of
That's just
applicable
a skill
regulatory
issue.
compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will be provided. The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Take and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
I love this. Yeah, could have been slower. Small losses in this area, but nothing too outrageous. Come on.
Due to
Really?
mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck. Well done, Android. The enrichment
These
center once
save
again reminds you
glitches
that
can go
Android
very
Head is
fast
a real place where
if
you
you're just
will be
confident with
sent
the lineup.
the first sign of defiance.
And now 16 like relies on that bump.
The vital apparatus
Like that's
test
most
will
of the
deliver a
fucking
weighted
time
companion
loss.
cube in 3, 2,
At least when I'm playing.
This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it. The symptoms most commonly produced by enrichment center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive,
It's
and
gotta be a faster route
hallucinations.
here. It
The
just feels like
enrichment
such a
center
waste of
reminds
time.
you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you
I'll look
and,
into that.
in fact, cannot speak.
No.
You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot accompany you for the
How much
rest
time
of the
can I
test
lose?
and,
Like,
unfortunately,
stupid
must be
mistakes?
euthanized. Please escort your companion cube to the Aperture Science. You euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test subject on record.
That incinerator throw was bad.
Congratulations.
How much time did I lose to the incinerator throw, I wonder? Okay.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake. Well done. Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous under certain
Entering
conditions.
escape with
For more
hopefully negative
information,
30.
please attend an enrichment center electrical safety
About in that
seminar.
range.
Welcome to the final test. When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations require both hands to be empty before any cake.
Not fast. It's fine.
Didn't we have some fun, though? Remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye? And I was wrong. I pretended we were going to. That was great. Is anyone there? You really shouldn't. Sorry for you, really, because you're not even in the right place. You should have turned left. There you are. Are you still there? You're not a good person.
What?
You know that, right? Good people don't end up here. Can you hear me?
That was scary. Bit of timeless.
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was it worth it? Because despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could settle for that and we'll just call it a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve later. You're kidding me. Oh, you think you're doing some damage?
2 plus 2 is...
What's wrong with your legs? In baseball.
17-14. BB. Bits of loss on Escape 2. Just like largely because of the catwalk, I presume. But this was a pretty clean run, all things considered. Like, this was a solid run. I'm gonna back up the demos for this run, just because they're gonna be difficult to back up if I do more attempts. Yeah, 17, 14, 79. And the date of today is 22nd. And then here would go 22nd at 17. 26 star. They're good, the demos. Backed up cleanly. In case I want to upload them. Yeah, this was a clean, good run. Like, there are some outstanding mistakes, but I didn't do bad. And PB, so you can't be mad at that. This is a good run.
Thank you for assuming the Pate Aircurt submission position.
We're watching the song now just because it's cool. I should disable unfocus lag instead of no focusing on the game anymore. So that like the stream still enjoys 60 FPS.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here, huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. Go ahead and leave me. I think I'd prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke, haha, that chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look up there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run. There is research to be done on the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. While you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive.
Okay, let's try another one. Or yes. Need a time to start another one. Anyway, yippee, let's start another one. Because we still have some time. I mean, I've been just streaming for about an hour. We can keep grinding for like half an hour.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the primary goals of all Enrichment Center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from donde stand back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle
Experimenting
field
with my
across the
movement
exit.
there.
This Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science. You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
Oh,
Aperture Science
that's
handheld
clean.
portal device. With it, you can create
That was
your
overall
own
a very
portals.
clean
These intradimensional
O2.
gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
Oh.
As part of a
I don't understand
required
that.
test
Genuinely, I
protocol,
don't
our
understand
previous statement suggesting that we would not
why
run
that
into
one
this
just doesn't
chamber
work
was an
sometimes.
outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
Come on.
temperature science high energy
There we go.
pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has caused permanent disabilities such as vaporization. Please be careful. Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment.
I don't believe I missed
Warning
that.
devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms
Okay.
and flashing hazard lights
Okay,
have
not
been
bad, not
found
bad,
to
not bad.
agitate the high energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety. Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record.
No. Damn. I mean,
Very impressive. Please note that any
Sure.
appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance
I don't
your
understand this
testing
game sometimes.
experience.
I would say like, oh, this game is so jank, but honestly, I feel like I'm kind of summoning a lot of this jank.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test
I'm
is
not sure
impossible.
this is
Make no attempt to solve it.
exactly how the game was meant to be played.
Hello again. To reiterate, previous one. Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
Right in the hole.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in Subject Hometown, here.
Why? No. Awful. That was terrible. Never do that again.
We... Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst,
No.
this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with hectic salve and adrenaline.
This is not good.
As part of a previously mentioned required test protocol, we can no longer lie to you. When the test
Always forget to set up for this one.
all subjects
Always.
intending to
I'm just not
handle
focused enough.
gamma leaking portal technology must be
No, it's not
informed
my
that they
time.
may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. to the well-being of all participants. Take and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us. Help you help us all.
I forgot what's. Oh, yeah. Here. Here. Doing better. Come on.
Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been
This-
replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The
There's gotta be like
Enrichment
some
Center
kind of consistent setup
apologizes
for
the
that.
inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
It doesn't make me lose so much time. Like, that's absolutely terrible.
Well done, Android. The Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance. The vital apparatus vent will deliver a weighted companion cube in 3, 2, 1. This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it.
This point, I'm like, the stress is getting to me, and I'm not performing well.
The symptoms most commonly produced by Enrichment Center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
No,
You
like this one is just.
The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck.
I had to learn like
However, it cannot
consistent
accompany you for the rest of the
ways
test
to
and,
avoid that.
unfortunately, must be euthanized.
God,
Please escort your
absolutely
companion cube
terrible.
to the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator.
Might be like over 20 minutes.
You euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations.
This might be really bad. We're entering of the last like real run. We were entering this area at -30. Now we're entering with +30.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The Enrichment Center is
Can't
required to remind you that you will be baked and
recuperate
then there will be cake.
30 seconds in this little time.
Well done. Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous under certain conditions. For more information, please attend an Enrichment Center electrical safety seminar. Welcome to the final test. When you are done, you will drop the device in the Equipment Recovery Annex. Enrichment Center regulations require
but-
both hands to be empty
Yeah,
before
beside.
any cake. Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the Recovery Annex for your
Really
cake.
slow there.
It was a fun test. Come back.
Oh, let's try. Devs did a really good job with these maps to make you feel like you're sort of breaking the game.
Target lost.
Like, I remember being as a kid, genuinely feeling like I was doing something wrong. And the game, like, kind of rewarded that, since that was, you know, the way to go. No. Come on. Yeah, no, okay, this isn't happening. This isn't happening, this is the last run. Damn, too bad. I'm gonna go for now, I think. Like, the tension has been getting to me and making me worse. But, worked out. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna, like, play more maybe tomorrow. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream. Bye.